Previously on this season of Live to Give Corcoran Clash, 20 Americans from all walk of life signed up for the adventure of a lifetime.
Hello everybody and welcome to Live to Give Corcoran Clash.
All of them with one goal in mind, to win for their charity the $5,000 grand cash prize to their charity and the title of the winner. But each castaway came into the game with their own style. Some came in with guns blazing.
I had a violin teacher once who said, you know, the more you prepare, the less nervous you'll get. That's not been the case for me in my life. In fact, often the more I prepare, the more nervous I get. But in this case, I tried to prepare as much as I could.
While others came into the game in full-on stealth mode.
I'm gonna sit back, and we have some natural leaders who have just kind of come out. This is fun.
Some created chaos.
See, right now, people think I do have an idol. I stuck some shit in my pocket so it looks like it's got something in there. I have absolutely no idol. It's just stirring the pot, just stirring the pot.
While others kept the peace.
In terms of working like as a barista, I mean, I do a lot of open shifts, so I have to deal with people when they're at their crabbiest. And I am the person who's giving them their happy drink in the morning, so I like to pride myself on having like a good demeanor, not being too overbearing though, because they obviously just woke up.
Some played the middle.
I think it's just about like people being introverts and people being extroverts, and I'm kind of like sitting in the middle of those kind of like people. While
others firmly ruled and made people choose sides.
We're taking Serena out, we're telling them it's you because you would look like easy vote.
I feel like people who are in the forefront develop a reputation quickly as a threat, especially if they're very charming, very outgoing.
Yeah, even if it painted a huge target on my back, it means that I'm going to get to do all of these things that I've wanted to do.
But no matter their strategy, everyone came to play. And play they did. Throughout the game, the 20 contestants have had to contend with harrowing challenges, memorable idol finds, game-changing clashes, and brutal blindsides.
The 11th person voted off of Live to Give Corcoran Clash, Ellie.
And after all of that, only 6 remain. Bobby. At the beginning of the game, Bobby was voted out of the first tribal council.
The second person voted off of Live to Give Corcoran Clash, Bobby.
But when the first clash of the season was revealed, Bobby was given a second life in this game.
What if I told you that you're being given a second chance in this game?
Throughout the game, Bobby has been making a list, checking it twice, and seeking revenge for those who've wronged him.
Shane, I'm coming after you. It is personal. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Nick, I'm coming after you.
Can Bobby overcome the enemies, make it to the end, and plead his case? Derek. Winning immunities at the right time and having a secret arsenal of tools has been key to Derek's survival in the game.
McDonald's has a motto of, we love to see you smiling. Right now, I'm smiling. I found this in my McDonald's bag.
But each time a tool is used, a target on his back grows bigger.
I think I have a really big target on my back right now. And it's scaring me. To be honest, I feel like I have to win immunity.
With an immunity idol also left in his pocket, can Derek use it correctly, forward himself to the end? Nicole. This social threat has constantly had to pry her way out of sticky situations.
I will go with whatever the dominant people of the tribe tell me to do right now, because I have to establish relationships, because right now I'm a total guest in their camp.
Resorting to unconventional and sneaky strategies, Nicole has had to deflect the target onto other players.
There was a challenge where they gave out the donuts and like randomly.
It sounds like the tribe is annoyed with Brennan, so I need to keep Brennan talking because I know that will be my best case scenario.
The 7th person voted off of Live to Give Corcoran Clash, Brendan. You need to bring me a torch.
Will Nicole's sneaky tactics stay, or will she be uncovered? Jesse. Throughout the game, Jesse has always been in the majority, and while not always on the right side of the vote,
the 12th person voted off of Live to Give Corcoran Clash, Nick. You need to bring me your torch.
Jesse has been the one whispering in the ears of those making the big decisions and moves.
Trying to keep a light atmosphere, that's for sure. I just want to make sure that like, people are engaging with me and I'm engaging with them. And just kind of giving them their happy little doses of Jesse.
Can Jesse be on top for a couple more rounds, make it to the end, and win this game? RJ. While not having a lot of knowledge on the game of Survivor, this likable vice principal was able to obtain an advantage for fundraising in this game, allowing him time to adapt.
I guess I don't want to let people down. You know, I might blame my father for that.
Learning how to play on the fly, RJ has gone from pupil to professor.
This game of Survivor is a lot like psychology. When we look at the id, the ego, and the superego, what's happening right now is everybody's kind of going down to their base. This is all psychological warfare happening, and really anything can happen.
At the last tribal council, the jury voted to save RJ from a spontaneous vote out. But, unbeknownst to him, some of the jury didn't have the purest of intentions.
I hope this puts a target on your back.
I want them to think that RJ's the threat.
Can RJ continue to adapt with low numbers in this game? And will he be able to have a case to plead to the jury at the end? Serena. Going with the flow, Serena's allowed big dominant players to battle it out and has rarely thrown out names.
Who do you choose from? I just don't want to tie it up and then get screwed.
But once names have been chosen and the battle lines drawn, Serena's helped decide victors.
I'm proud of the decisions that I've made throughout the game, but I think that I adapted the best out of everybody. I mean, this is way farther than I ever thought I would get.
Over and over again, Serena has been in the middle in the swing vote during multiple tribal councils. But after seeing her main ally, Maggie, blindsided at the last tribal council, Serena has never felt more vulnerable. 6 people are left, but only 1 will walk away with the $5,000 grand prize for their charity. Find out tonight who that is on the finale of Live to Give Corcoran Clash.
Today's competition sponsor is Ignite Nutrition, fast food for healthy people.
All right, come on in, guys. All right, first things first. Are you guys ready to get to your final 6 immunity challenge? Yes. All right, Serena. I will take back the necklace. All right. Oh, well. Oh. All right. Immunity is back up for grabs. At this point in the game, each of you has a 50% chance of making it to the final tribal council and having a chance to plead your case to the jury. However, you also have a 50% chance of being a part of that jury. With that being said, these last few immunity challenges are more important than ever because it can pave your path towards victory. This final 6th immunity challenge is called Center of Attention. You will all be given a round platform with 2 balls on it. Your job is to keep the balls on this plate without dropping them. If the balls fall, you will be eliminated from the competition. As time passes, you will add 1 more ball onto your plate, making it more difficult. The last person standing will win immunity, being guaranteed safety at the next tribal council and have a 1 in 5 chance of winning $5,000 for their charity. This challenge will be played in rounds. The first round, all 6 players will attempt to balance the 2 balls. Once 2 players have dropped, the top 4 will get a quick break to position 3 balls on their platform. Whoever lasts the longest in the second round with 3 balls will win individual immunity and have a 1 in 5 chance of winning this game. All right, when I say go, place your balls on your platform and we will begin. The first 2 to drop will be eliminated. The 4 remaining will move on with 3 balls. 3, 2, 1, begin. Derek's already moving.
RJ drops from the challenge. Bobby moving. Derek's and Bobby's are super close to the edge. Bobby's are moving all over the place. Recovers. Just kidding, Bobby's are moving. Bobby's are on the edge. Bobby drops his ball out of this challenge. You guys can drop. Moving on to the next round. Bobby will have a seat back here. We'll get started. I'm going to count down from 10. Just a reminder, your feet need to stay planted. Last person with their balls on their plate win final 6 immunity. I'm going to count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicole drops. We're down to Jesse, Serena, and Derek. Jesse drops. Serena drops. Derek wins final 6 immunity. Nice work. Nice work. All right, Derek, come on up. Congratulations, immunity is yours. 1 in 5 shot of winning this game. All right, congratulations. One of the 5 of you will become the 15th person voted out. Your 9th member of our jury, grab your stuff and head on out.
I'm here to play. I guess successfully played an advantage. I've won immunity twice. I'm having a blast. I just hope I can keep going and get me to the final. I think my boy is thinking right now that Dad's pretty awesome.
Why not? There's not 5% picnic, right?
I saw Nick walk out of that White House.
Everybody's targeting a duo, and it was clear that Maggie and I were working closely together, and like she was like basically my only ally that I actually trusted. So when they voted her out, first of all, like obviously I'm annoyed that like my #1 ally is out, but I'm also annoyed that like it seemed like everybody was on the same page.
We got about 20 minutes. I'm guessing we would all love a little one-on-one time with each person.
Like with RJ and Bobby, we were all 3 like separated, exiled from the rest of the camp. They both voted for Maggie, from my understanding of that. And I don't know if that's something that everybody had already discussed beforehand, and I just like was on the complete bottom of that. But I was like shocked at the vote and just like me being here because there seems like I'm like on the bottom. Did you guys know that they were going to vote Maggie before?
No.
No, you guys just both threw your votes on Maggie.
Well, I figured she had an advantage.
Yeah.
And if she used it, then it's just 2 votes. If she used it as still one of our votes, then she wasn't going home.
Yeah.
We're just trying to figure out.
Would you guys be on board for just voting on RJ? That whole jury?
Yeah.
Because like the jury obviously likes him.
Yeah. Right.
I think he's liked by everybody.
And I've said it before, if I go with Dan, I want to go with strong players. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's
What do you?
I mean, I I was my first thing I said, so.
The fact that the jury voted for RJ to have the immunity is substantial. That's something we definitely need to consider moving forward.
The jury has granted immunity to RJ.
It might be a great time to get rid of RJ once and for all, because if he's in the final 3, that jury already loves him, so we might have to take a shot.
The word goat came up in one of my confessionals. I hated it. It was like the person you drag along, kind of like the deadbeat. That doesn't tell us who we're voting for. Okay.
If you change that, will you let me know?
I will, because I know that.
I like to see Bobby go because I think the other 5 of us played a more solid game, and we really want to take strong people to the end in our final 3. But Jesse and I have remained super strong to each other like this whole thing, and so it'd be really cool to like stick with him, because that's like who I am. It's not like somebody who's like blindsiding someone, so I would love to have that.
But it's Bobby.
And then I'll tell Serena and we'll both go.
And one-on-one with others?
All right.
See if we can switch it up?
Hey, if that switches, will you let me know?
I will.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, RJ.
What?
She said Bobby. I know. Derek. You don't have to. We still have the numbers. Like, if that's what, like, I get not wanting to put his name down.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
still
let's
do
get
like
some-
one-on-one.
I need to do some one-on-one to think about.
Go one-on-one?
Yeah.
My game has been pretty loyal. I've really aligned tight with Bobby since the beginning, just because me and him were left on the outside, and I really haven't lied to anybody, you know, just point blank. I still have an immunity idol. I doubt if anybody knows that I have it. If they had any suspicion, I'm guessing they would think that I would have played it by now. So who knows what I can do with it. I hope to turn some things upside down.
Well, I mean, I think we're on. I need to hold Nicole on the side, because I haven't ever talked to Nicole at all. Because like Serena and I were once talking about how scary that argument was.
I'm not as worried about Bobby with the jury.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not really worried about either of the girls too much with the jury.
agreed.
Something to think about.
If Nicole and I split up that last duo of Bobby and Derek, and we've been trying, if we finally do that, Nicole and I are the only duo left, and then it's 3 versus 2. So what we need to do is, in my opinion, save Bobby and Derek as a duo going into the final 5, and use the fact that the jury gave immunity to RJ as leverage and be able to get him out as soon as possible, because I feel like this is the time to do it when it's fresh, and we can use that way. There's 2 duos sitting in the final 5. I can taste the win. I'm so close. I feel like if me, Nicole, and then one other person in the final 3, I feel like we can be a solid 3, and I feel like I could garnish enough votes to take away this game.
Jesse, just about that votes to save them from the jury. Does that worry you?
Bobby wants you or I. Okay. So we all vote Bobby. Okay. Except for Derek.
So you're not worried about RJ getting on to see if it's on the jury?
No, because look who's still here. These people are all going to be on the jury. I don't know.
Derek just wanted to do Bobby, so maybe...
He wanted what?
He doesn't want to do Bobby.
Oh,
So
okay.
then in that case, we...
Oh, yeah. And I said, if it's a matter of putting his name down, I get that.
Yeah.
So don't, and then know that we still have the numbers with that. Yeah.
What have you been hearing? Because I've been hearing a lot about it.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So I think that 4 is on the plan. I don't think Derek's going to vote for him. And this might be shooting myself in the foot. Is I want a strong 3. If I'm a part of the 3, and you're a part of the 3, and Nicole's a part of the 3, I think Nicole's stronger than Serena. I would game for that system. If it's you and Derek and Nicole, so be it. I would advocate Bobby now at least.
Oh yeah,
and then Serena's definitely good at Nicole. And the overall.
I love that idea totally. Yep, I'm completely on board.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing too, so that's perfect.
Okay. Yep. Kind of telling our stories about what we want, and I'm being really honest that I want a strong 3. I don't want to drag along. I want 3 strong competitors that the jury can vote on. This vote is likely Bobby for a target. I haven't heard any of their names, but that's because people aren't saying names as much as just having conversation. So we would have a 4-vote coalition of Nicole, Jesse, and Serena and myself. That's all we would need. Derek could save face, voting for Bobby, although Nicole and Jesse have also turned the tables a little bit. I was a part of a blind side against Elder, so I'm as confident as I think I can be at this stage of the game.
I know I see you and Nicole a lot off and around, but that's no different than, you know, me and Derek going off or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
I don't have a final 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever with anybody. Yeah. That's why I'm like, something's got to be done.
Yep. I want the vote to be on because of the jury. And
right. Well, see, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking when they were reading off these jury. That's like, that so hurt. I was like, God, I hope nobody votes for me. So yeah, he's a fan favorite. So he's a jury favorite. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I haven't been able to talk to Nicole oddly enough yet about it, so I don't have any. I hope she's saying RJ because I don't know.
We can get us forward.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know no matter who we go up against, Derek and I are screwed. They tried getting us out, tried separating us, and here we are, possibly the final 5, possibly the final 3. I mean, if you look at gameplay, then yeah, one of us should win.
Yeah, you can trust me.
First time we've worked together.
Yeah, definitely, right? Final 6.
Yeah, it's gonna be a make or break right here.
Yeah. I don't think you have anything to worry because Derek and Serena are really on board for RJ, so we're good.
I just didn't know how tight you and Nicole were, so.
I mean, there's still the power couple of Bobby and Derek, and I've been trying really hard to get rid of them, but at the same time, Nicole and I are a duo that no one's been targeting for whatever reason, and when I came into this game, I wanted to make sure no one thought I was a threat, and so far I feel like that's panning out. My only issue with this vote right now is that Nicole wants to vote out Bobby, and I feel like for the past few rounds, Nicole and I have been on the same page, but it kind of feels like we're reading different books. And I'm totally okay with that because I feel like that's what makes our duo so strong. What are your thoughts on getting rid of
Is everyone else on board with that?
Absolutely, yeah. Because the jury voted to give him immunity, so they obviously like him.
I can't write his name.
Yeah, but if they get to him last, they get talks to them last.
Well, I haven't talked to Nicole yet.
And we're so wet from sweat anyway. What's the difference? This is probably cleaner.
Yeah, this is not a shower. This is your shower.
We should just take our shirts off.
I don't know what's happening. I feel like I'm getting goaded. I feel like they don't think I can win, and I don't know if I even have enough to say if I end up sitting in the final 3 to convince the jury otherwise, which sucks. I'd rather not embarrass myself, but I think I'm gonna get to final 5 at least, because I think right now it's between RJ and Bobby.
So it's just before Tribal Council, and I have immunity. I also have the idol. I'm thinking about playing it on Bobby and saving him, as he's the only person in the game still that I feel I can trust, and I know that they want to split us up, and I know eventually it's more likely gonna happen. Yeah, I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do at this point.
All right, jury, come on in. We have Kim, Shane, Sarah, Ellie, Elder, Nick, and Maggie and Brendan voted out at the last Tribal Council. So first of all, congrats on making the final 6. Bobby, tell me kind of what it feels like knowing that you've outlasted 14 other people. You are 3 or 4 rounds away from that final Tribal.
Well, for me, it's extra special since I was the second person voted out. And now I'm back in the game, and we had a chance of winning $5,000 for my charity. It's unbelievable.
And Derek, knowing that you are safe for this round, you have 1-up advantage on everybody else. How does that feel?
It feels great. It's one less thing I got to worry about. My name's not being thrown out there, so it's a relief for a little bit.
RJ, you look back at him. Is your name being thrown out there?
I'm sure it is. I mean, it's a 1 in 6 chance, but I made it to the final 6. I talked a lot about bringing the best 3 forward. I think I qualify as one of the best 3, but I definitely don't want there to be a break. I definitely want the best 3 to go forward, to have a real vote with integrity.
So Jesse, as there's 6 people left, how do you navigate this vote? Is this the time to get people out that could win this game, or are you kind of basing this vote on loyalty, even if that is with someone that could beat you?
What's really important with this vote is that you have to be loyal to your people that you've been with, but you also have to be aware of your alliance and the other alliances that are in the final 6 with us. We're all great people, and we all are friends, but we have to be cognizant that we all have different alliances that help save our asses at various points in the game. So it all comes down to trusting someone's word, which is crazy at the final 6. And there's 8 jury members sitting next to me where they trusted someone they probably shouldn't have. So it's crazy to see that we're already trusting people with our word, but that's what we got to work with right now.
So Serena, as you vote people off, there's less and less options. Are you guys having the jury in the back of your mind knowing that you need their votes while you vote them out?
I definitely am thinking about the jury now. Who has allies? Do I have allies? Or, might have a soft spot for somebody that was their bestie in the whole game or something like that. So I'm definitely thinking about that, who I don't want to sit next to me in the end.
So Nicole, knowing that it is so close to the end, what do you need to happen today? And do you think it's kind of a unanimous decision or split?
I'm with RJ, what he said last time. It's 0% chance of unanimous, so I have no clue what's going to happen.
And Bobby, how does this rain affect talking and strategy?
Well, you just got to overcome the atmosphere. For one, you got to get out there and, if you want to win this game, it's about defeating the elements too. I mean, we're out here starving, hungry, not eating, no nutrition, and now on top of that, we've got the weather on us. It's just another part of the atmosphere that we have to overcome. And if you want to win this game, you just got to overcome it, get out there and talk, whether it's soaking wet, under a tarp, under a poncho, or whatever, it doesn't matter.
And Serena, this is the last round for idols to be played. There's only 6 of you. So, have you had idols in the back of your mind as you go into this vote?
Yeah, I definitely have been thinking about idols. I think there's one missing that hasn't been played yet, and I don't know where it's gonna come from, and I just hope I'm not on the wrong side of it.
All right, we're gonna get to the vote. RJ, you're up.
Tough vote. 6 people. Bobby, you survived more than most of us to get here. You deserved it. But the game is being played, and congratulations on the final 6.
This could be it for me. Of course, seems like I've said that every time, but after what happened in the very first round, it's never out of my mind.
All right, I'll tally the votes. Okay, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Play this for Bobby.
For Bobby? This is the Acrylic Design Associates Hidden Immunity Idol. Any votes cast for Bobby will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote. Bobby does not count. Bobby does not count. RJ, that's one vote, RJ. RJ, that's two votes, RJ. The next person voted off of Live to Give Corcoran Clash in the 9th member of our jury. RJ, you need to bring me your torch. RJ, charge is spoken. All right, congratulations, you have made it to the final 5. With this rain lighting up for a few minutes, I suggest you get back, scramble, and formulate your last couple moves. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
Didn't see it coming, so I would call that a traditional blindside. And don't feel bad in the slightest. I've connected to a lot of people. I played a really good game. I got far, and I still earned a whole bunch of money for my charity. So it's win-win-win. I'm gonna look at kind of a mental rubric for who I think played the game well. You can win this game without being a total jerk. You can be diplomatic. You can't even put your finger on. There's a little bit of gut there. I absolutely want to thank all of my friends who supported me, who gave me challenges at home, who made me go to the escape room, who did challenges in my backyard, gave me challenges when I had hip surgery. Chris and Kim, you know who you are. I had 70 plus, I think, original donors from $10 to $500. I raised almost as much money as the winner is going to take, so I'm super proud. I want to thank Live to Give. This is an amazing opportunity. It's grueling, but at the same time, there comes a mental clarity when you sort of come down to the bottom of what's inside you, that all I can walk away with is joy right now.
This competition was brought to you by Cargill, helping the world thrive.
All right, come on in, guys. Are you ready to get to your next immunity challenge? All right, first things first, Derek, I'm gonna take back the necklace. Immunity is back up for grabs. This next immunity challenge is called All of the Elements. I will reveal a riddle pertaining to a caster that played Live to Give Corcoran Clash. After I have completed the riddle and I have announced that you can go, you will then run to the kiddie pools behind you. Once you have found the rubber duck with the person's name on it that you believe is the correct answer, you will run and bring it back to me. Once you bring it to me, I will reveal it if it is correct or incorrect. If it is incorrect, you are able to go back and look again. If you are correct, you will be given a point. The first Live to Giver with 4 points will win immunity, be safe from the elimination, be guaranteed a spot in the top 4, and have a 1 in 4 shot of winning this game. Okay, are you ready for your first riddle? This person wasn't able to take home the loot. They ended up being Live to Give's first boot.
Hannah is correct.
Serena says Hannah, that is correct. Serena scores a point. Everyone back to your base. It might be less hot and humid if we hosted this event in May. This person didn't seem to care, and all 3 of their daughters' names start with K. Serena says Kim, that is correct. Serena scores another point. Our main goal for all our Live to Give contestants is for them to all have fun. We hope so far for this player who has 4 kids between the ages of 15 and 21. Yeah. Bobby says Jenny, that's correct.
Yes.
Next riddle. Most people's biggest fear in the game is being the first one to vanish. This was the case for this UMN graduate who had a minor in Spanish.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Incorrect.
Oh,
Incorrect. 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 Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Serena guesses Maggie, that's correct. Serena scores her 3rd point. Once this event is over, most players would probably like a cold beer. This guy knows that since he is the only male player who volunteered last year.
Oh gosh!
Serena says Brennan, that's correct. Serena wins Final 5 immunity. Nicole, 1 second win.
Good job. Good job.
Oh man.
How'd that feel?
I'll go from the front. Congratulations on Final 5 immunity. I can never get this on. I'm so sorry. Guaranteed a shot in the Final 4.
Yes.
The rest of you, the tribal scene, and one of you will become the 16th person voted out and the 10th member of our jury.
We got split up talk anyways. It's just the nature of the beast.
I'm safe this round. I have immunity and everybody wants my vote, and I could not feel like more joyous right now than like ever in my life. I was worried for the past couple rounds, and I feel like, yeah, I'm really pumped to be in the Final 4. I've always been the queen. I don't know if you knew that, but I've always been the queen, and they're about to realize that right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's freaking awesome. What's that, like your 3rd one?
Just my 2nd.
Just a little nervous now.
Are you still living, Nicole? Or what are you thinking?
Here's the thing. She's a sure win no matter who she goes up with. I mean, yeah. But I just trust you. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I've been pretty honest with you. I think, you know, for the most part, we've clicked pretty good since we've been in the same tribe. But if it's me and Derek, then it's anybody's game.
Yeah.
If Nicole's in it or if Jesse's in it, then it's going to be between them two. You just want to settle for 3rd, or you want a chance to actually make it fair and let the jury actually legitimately decide who wins.
Yeah.
Those two have been running the show on original Beltrami since day one. That's the entire reason why we got rid of Bobby in the beginning, was because he was so close to Derek. And the fact that Bobby jumped back into the game and they linked back up and they're still together at Final 5, that shows how powerful of a duo they are. I'm voting Bobby. And you're voting. Are you?
I'm voting
unless
Bobby.
You've heard my name.
No, I'm voting Bobby, and Bobby's voting me. Bobby's voting me, and so is Derek. So that's why I can see her just telling us whatever and swinging to me at the last minute. She's completely avoiding me. Like, I tried to talk to her 2 times.
Really? Okay. When I was in front of that immunity challenge, I mean, it's a lot easier when you're chilling on your bed eating Doritos and watching on YouTube. So playing it in person was definitely, yeah, you're definitely mentally taxed right now for sure. So it was definitely an experience. I needed that one really bad, but we'll see how I can maneuver through this. I gotta get Serena on my side, but Serena has to choose a duo, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can recover from this and save my ass and get to Final Four.
I don't know why this is going to work. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Serena?
I mean, I feel like I'm deciding between two pairs.
You kind of are.
Yeah, no, I literally am.
But
So.
what I told her, my take on it was,
Here's one positive. You go this pair, you're the only girl left. That looks good for you.
It does. I didn't think about that.
I think it does in front of Tribal, it does.
I don't know.
But
I do not think it would be a good look to go up there and be like, I'm the alpha woman, I'm the last woman standing, I'm with the men, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I want to play. I want to play the game like a game, not like I'm trying to like get voted for president or some bullshit. I guess my biggest struggle over the whole weekend was just like the main twist. Like the women versus men, like really bothered me. I feel like I wanted to come in and like play just a regular, not like a regular game, but like a normal game. And I feel like that made a twist that wasn't part of like, that it brought in like real world things that I wouldn't necessarily want to be like involved in anything, like feeling guilty for voting for a girl when like in any other circumstance I wouldn't feel bad because I didn't want to work with her, I didn't trust her, but under this circumstance it made it feel like, oh, I'm like against women, and that sucked.
just trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Honestly, I'm open to anything. I'm open to going to Nicole too, so I totally am okay with that. I'm open to going to Nicole because, I mean, she has burned any bridges. I'm open to anything. I'm open to going to Nicole too, so. I'm super nervous, honestly. I feel like it's gonna be either me or Bobby. Yeah, I'm even willing to try on Nicole at this point just to save my ass because when I came into this game, it was Jessie first. Like, I want it to be a Final Four to remember.
Yeah. Yep. That's a big move.
Yeah.
I think I've got a better than 80% chance, because I know where I've got a couple of alliances at, and hopefully they're strong enough to give me a couple more rounds in. Nicole would be a surefire win if she goes to the end. She came, she saw, she conquered, she kicked ass, she played a great game. If she goes to the end, she'll definitely win it. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, Jessie's like, you know, I'm good with taking out Nicole, take 3 strong players to the end. We pitched it to Serena that, hey, you're the only girl. If you don't go with us, then it's going to be 2 girls, then it's going to be a competition for you. And whatever, I don't care what they say, they love it when a girl wins one of these things. We're all going to vote Brandon out.
Again.
What do you guys, we should totally do that. Final 5, I'm feeling excited. I'm also feeling more nervous than I have this entire game. I'm with Jessie, and I have been with him for a long time, but I understand that there are 3 guys left, and this started with girls versus boys, battle of the sexes, so I do not blame them if they go back to those 3. So, just talking to everyone.
Did they tell you who initially like threw out like your name and stuff?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, because Derek brought it up when I was in front of Bobby and Serena. So obviously, like, I was like, okay, well, I guess that's the plan. And it's gonna be you, me, and Serena in the final 3 with Bobby going tonight. How do you feel?
Fine. Serena's like flip-flop the whole game, so that's why I wouldn't be surprised.
I know.
Like, wasn't it?
I would have rather gotten rid of her first over Maggie because Maggie would have been completely helpless without Serena, but that just did not how it worked. We had to split them up.
I know we did. How? The only thing I'm sad about is that Bobby made it further than me. I really do feel like a target this round. I need to sit back and make it look like I'm not a target at all. So I'm gonna tell Jessie to somehow convince Serena that Bobby is a way bigger threat than I am and to keep me instead of Bobby. Hopefully this isn't it. But yeah, we'll see.
So you swing.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to do Nicole, like, you guys have the numbers to do that. It's not like I have like a final 2 deal with her, or obviously it's final 3, but like we've never even discussed it. I mean, obviously at this point it's been like, yeah, you and Nicole versus Bobby and Derek. And
yeah, do you think that I should vote for Nicole? Or what's your opinion? Because I mean, I'm totally open to either. I mean, I think Bobby would be really smart either way. Like,
are you prepared to go to the end of those 3?
With who?
Or with Bobby and Derek?
Do I want to go to the end with Bobby and Derek? That's tough. I feel like we have to break one of them off. I think it's the smartest move because those 2 guys have been running the show since the original Beltrami.
Yeah.
So like, we've been a power couple from the very beginning, and I feel like the best move for us right now is to break that up and finally get rid of this duo that's been working together since literally hour 1.
Yep.
It can't end in a tie.
No, and right now it's between you and me, so.
Okay.
And Serena's a swing vote, so.
Right.
And so if she decides that she wants to be the only girl, which I totally get.
Right.
Obviously she's gonna tell me otherwise, but.
For the other pair to take Serena in and try to target both of us is definitely an option. In order to divert that, approach Serena with my pitch of, hey, you know, if you go with them 2, you're a sure loss. If you go with us 2, you're a sure win. I mean, she knows how bad, she's heard mine and Derek's name numerous times throughout this. So she should be pretty confident that nobody on the jury is going to vote for us. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 11-0 vote.
0% chance. Unanimous.
0%, I guarantee it. I would bet money. Because have you seen how many people have tried to get me out? And thought that him and I were just the devils or whatever.
Man, you're putting me in some bad company.
You've heard the same conversations I have. I mean,
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
We need to go talk.
Nicole and Jesse versus Derek and Bobby, and I'm in the middle, and I mean, one of the sides is gonna lose, and I'm gonna be the person that decides who it is.
We will now bring in the members of our jury. All right, well, first and foremost, congratulations to all of you for making it to the final 5. Nicole, how does it feel to have gotten this far in the game and it's so close to the end?
It feels good. It feels small, like too small. Like I'm used to having like so many stools up here, but I mean, it feels good.
Derek, back when there were higher numbers, I remember you guys saying there was all these conversations left and right, scrambling, running through the woods, chasing each other to talk. What is it like now with only 5 people left?
They are not chaotic. They seem to be a little more open. I mean, talking closer, not running off. People aren't hiding who they're walking off to talk to. So it has changed. I mean, there's still people scrambling. There's still names being thrown out there, but it's not like it was with big groups.
So Serena, you know, Derek says there's names being thrown out, but having immunity, how does that feel knowing that at least for this tribal, you can't go home?
It feels pretty good. I'm very happy to have this on. And definitely saving me a lot of stress, although there's still a lot of stress. There is an option where I'm the swing vote for this.
Jesse, what is she talking about?
I mean, she said it pretty straightforward. I mean, she's a swing vote. I mean, we have 2 duos here that have been with each other for a long time. We have Bobby and Derek, and we have myself and Nicole, and we all have navigated through this entire game. So I just got to call it like it is, and there's 2 duos in the final 5, and Serena's the swing vote.
There's 5 of us. Everyone's still looking towards the end of the game. You know, and I still have to look at who I want to be at the end of the game with.
So Serena, what do you need to happen at this tribal in order to progress your game?
I need to decide who I want in the final four with me, and I just need to figure out who to swing to.
All right, we'll just get to a vote. Derek, you're up.
I love you, Nicole. Hate to write your name down.
I gotta stay loyal to my girl Nicole, especially in front of the jury, to show that I have some loyalty. So, it might be Nicole, but I'm hoping it's you.
Everybody knows that Serena's the swing vote, and hopefully I've done my due diligence and convinced her that she's better off without Nicole.
I only have one choice to hopefully stay in the game, and it's Bobby.
My gut says to take you out.
All right, I'll tally the votes. Once votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted off will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Nicole. Bobby. That's one vote Nicole, one vote Bobby. Nicole. That's two votes Nicole, one vote Bobby. Bobby, we're tied. Two votes Nicole, two votes Bobby, one vote left. The 16th person voted off of Live to Give Corcoran Clash and the 10th member of our jury. Bobby. You need to bring me your torch. Bobby? Travis spoken. Alright, it's time for you to go. All right, well, it seems like Serena made her decision, and it seems like, Derek, you have one shot or two shots to get it together. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
I kind of expected it. I mean, I just got voted out for the second time. I think Serena chose me because Nicole and Jessie had in her head that, you know, if she went to the final three with two guys, she was a sure lose. Or if she went to the final three with two girls, she had a chance. Unfortunately, you're going to find out I don't think that's true. My experience to this whole event has been phenomenal. I just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting me and helping me do this. I couldn't have done it if it wasn't for you.
That was a lot of crazy because there was two duos, Derek and Bobby, and me and Nicole, and Serena won immunity and she was a swing vote going into it. I'm super happy that she chose the right decision in terms of my plans, and she voted to get rid of Bobby. I really had to sell that Bobby was going to be a threat in the final, so we'll see what happens going forward. What was the thing that kind of pushed you on the decision of Bobby?
I mean, it's just that he couldn't give me a reason why I'm really going to lose, like, against Nicole. And then he was like, well, you know, people have had me back against the wall, everybody's always wanted to vote me, I've always been a target, blah, blah, blah. And I was the first one voted out. I'm like, this sounds like a story that I would vote for at the end. Like, you kicked ass, and you made it all the way here.
Yep.
That sounds like something I would vote for.
Totally.
Okay.
I really thought Serena was going to swing the other way and stick with Bobby and Derek. Really tough position for Serena. I thought she would go with Bobby and Derek because I think that she has a better chance of beating Bobby. So I thought she would keep him in. So I'm I'm shocked. Like, I don't even have words right now. I totally thought I was going home.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him for the challenge.
Okay.
It's not mine.
No, I think that's his. What do you need or want from me?
Would you be willing to take me to the final 3?
Me? 100%. One thing I know with Serena, just from being on Tribes with her, is that she needs processing time. She gets completely overwhelmed if multiple people are going up to her, and it's almost probably more frustrating to her. She knows what her dilemma is. Jesse advocated for me. I didn't need to be another person approaching her in the 20 minutes that we had to shake things up and say vote for me. She knows I want to be in the game. She's been in it with me this whole time. So I was really trying to give her space just based off of knowing kind of how she works with this stuff. I do not take lightly that you brought me here instead of Bobby, and absolutely I would honor that. 100%. And I'm going to tell you, I haven't talked to him since this happened, but all along that's what it was for us. Jesse, you and me. So one of us needs to win. And by that I mean you, because you're the immunity queen.
It's just a lucky streak, I think.
You know what else I think is cool? That 2 girls are in the finals. The final immunity challenge is super important. Jesse or I need to get it if I want a guaranteed spot in the final 3.
Say like 5 rounds when we were at.
What are we
8.
at?
When we were at 8, it's just 3.
What are we talking about?
I'm not feeling too good. Well, my first plan is to try to win the immunity idol. I'm here, I mean, not only for my charity, but to, prove something to myself. I've been a Survivor fan for a long time. So yeah, I'm proving something to myself, along with my family that's here to support me, that I can do this.
I don't feel that it's necessary like 3-on-1 right now.
No, I said let's just do one step at a time.
One step at a time, for sure.
Yeah.
This competition is brought to you by Lynn's Restaurant and Catering in Osseo.
Alright, first things first, Serena. I'm gonna take back immunity. Sorry. I know you're all like cooped up. I'm just gonna drop it because I have a new one right here. All right, for the last time, immunity is up for grabs. After several difficult challenges, amazing gameplay, and suspenseful tribal councils, we are finally at the final immunity challenge of Live to Give Corcoran Clash. This challenge is called One to Remember. This challenge will be a combination of skill, physical ability, and memory. Each player will start at their own base at the beginning of the challenge. They will then go to each of the 15 stations laid out throughout the challenge area. At each station, there is a question pertaining to a challenge that has been played in the past. There will be 2 options per question. You will have to pick which option you think is correct and bring the piece of wood back to your base. Once you have brought back all 15 pieces of wood, you will look at the side of each piece and you will see that there is a letter. Using the 15 letters, you will have to spell out a word by creating a stack of these blocks. If it stands for longer than 3 seconds, you will win immunity, guaranteed a spot at the final tribal council, and have a shot at winning $5,000 to your charity. When I say go, this is for final immunity. Winner will be in the final tribal council. 3, 2, 1, go!
good ever.
Oh my god! Oh.
Derek.
Good job!
All right, come on over, guys. Nicole, come on out. Congratulations, you have won the final immunity challenge and will have a spot in the final tribal council. For Serena, Derek, Jesse, one of you will become the 17th person voted off of list Give Corcoran Clash and the final member of our jury. Head back to camp and we'll see you at tribal in a little bit.
So I'm going to be open and super honest, but it doesn't mean that's the final decision. I just really want to be honest with everyone. Jesse and I have been aligned for so long, so he's a natural shoo-in. My gut reaction is that you just saved my ass. Like, I wouldn't even be here without you, and I told you I would honor that, and so I would want to take you. I adore you, and it makes me super sad and heartbroken, so I want to hear what you have. It is so hard at the end of the game to vote these people out because they're not these people anymore, or they're not just a tribe mate. Like, we have made connections. So it's tough, and it's not personal because it's a game, but at the same time, it's hard. It's personal.
Well, I don't have that I just saved you, unfortunately, because I told you I couldn't write Bobby's name down. I'm sorry. I mean, I just want to have a chance to you know, fight and plead my case in front of the jury. Now, keep in mind, if you go the other way and stick with me and Jesse, you're the only girl up there. I mean, it's something to think about there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not feeling too good. I thought there was a chance she might take me, but I mean, she's right. Serena just saved her. I mean, she was a swing vote and she saved her. It was her, Bobby. Being out here fighting for my charity. I mean, that's why I'm out here. That's why I'm out here hungry, cold, wet, lack of sleep. I'm trying to raise money for a great charity. The Living Foundation. What we do is we reduce the stigma associated with depression and suicide and just promote a positive outlook on life. Basically, you know, try to live every day to the fullest. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty down.
So, there.
You can be honest.
I know, I want to be. That's the thing. Serena and I were originals on the tribe. I mean, we've been in and out together since the beginning. I adore you. But I did only know you half of the game.
I know.
And we really just pulled together like 2 steps ago.
Yes, I respect that. I'm like, no hard.
No, I know, but it just doesn't ever feel good. So, thank you. I'm serious. Yeah, like, so happy to be here.
We will now bring in the members of our jury. All right, well, final four. First off, congratulations. That was, on all of your parts, incredible to see how hard you all worked in that challenge. Nicole, obviously you came on top. Tell me the feeling after enduring 30 minutes of pouring rain to solve your word.
Super excited. I'm shocked, to be honest. I'm sure my family was watching and they're like, she's never gonna get this. She's terrible at puzzles. But somehow was able to piece it together, and I'm very excited. But with this necklace comes some big decisions.
Derek, so you're on the opposite end of it. You didn't get that. So what did you do when you got back to camp? I mean, because Nicole is going to the final three.
I just tried to plead with her that I may not be sitting that good with the jury. And I tried to use something that she brought up to me when she was in the position of, well, who's Serena going to vote for? She's like, well, I feel she's going to come after me, so she's the only girl left, and it makes her look stronger. So I tried to use that the other way around. You know, maybe you want to keep me around, so you're the only girl left. We'll see if it pays off. I don't know.
Can I just clarify too? I didn't say to make her look stronger. I just said it's a cool accomplishment to be the only girl up here. So just an accomplishment to be the only girl, not anything with strength.
So Serena, you were loyal to Nicole last tribal. What are you hoping to get from her this tribal? She's in the biggest power position.
She's sitting here with this ability to bring either Derek or I, because I saved her last round, so I'm hoping that, you know, that kind of loyalty and that like trust in each other pays off for me right now.
So Derek says Serena, Serena says Derek. Where is Jesse? Is Jesse safe this tribal?
Yes, he is safe.
So the decision is between Serena and Derek?
Yes.
Jesse, hearing that from her, how does that feel?
That feels phenomenal. It feels great to be validated in a decision I made so long ago, to make a connection with someone who was on the outs and make a flip and grab a super loyal person. I recognized that right away when I met her, and it's awesome that I was able to have that loyalty with someone and trust, specifically going through the entire merge and all the different tribe swaps. She was able to be there with me, and I was able to be there for her, and it's phenomenal that we made it here together.
So Jesse, what's the pros of voting out Serena this round?
I mean, she has some key alliance members on the jury that she's worked with. She's made flips, and she also has won a couple individual immunities under her belt. Like, she's a strong competitor. Like, getting rid of Serena would be a great option because she could absolutely pull her own weight in the final three.
And pro of getting rid of Derek?
All the guys band together and we voted Bobby at the first tribal. The only one who was out of that was Derek. And Derek was able to rebound from that, re-link up with Bobby, and then make it all the way to the final four. That's incredibly substantial, and he also has one individual immunity, and he's played idols. He's a huge threat in my opinion.
So Nicole, you have Serena versus Derek. This is a $5,000 charity decision, and are you ready to make that?
Yes.
Serena, you're up.
You're an awesome guy. I wish we got to play more of the game together. Maybe I'll see you in All-Stars.
I hate to do it.
All right, I'll tally the votes. I will tally the votes. First vote, Serena. Derek, that's one vote Serena, one vote Derek. Derek, that's two votes Derek, one vote Serena, one vote left. The 17th person voted off of Live to Give Corcoran Clash, and the 11th and final member of our jury, Derek. Derek, try to spoken. Time for you to go. Serena, Jesse, and Nicole, congratulations on making the final 3. In just a short amount of time, you will be now facing 11 people that you inadvertently had a hand in voting out. I'm going to give you a little bit to gather your thoughts, get yourself presented, because the winner of Live to Give Corcoran Clash will be getting $5,000 for their charity. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
I'm really disappointed that I missed out on money for my charity, so it's just disappointing. But overall, the whole experience was a blast. I guess I could say I got to experience it all. I won a couple immunities, I got to play an idol, I got to play an advantage, I got exiled, sleeping out by myself in a field last night. So I got to experience everything. It was a blast. I want to thank everybody that donated to me. I wouldn't have gone through this crazy adventure without you. My whole family that has been out here, the whole show, supporting me. Cold, windy, rainy, sunny, hot. I couldn't do it without everybody. So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all the other contestants. You guys were all awesome.
Wait, is this a photo or a video?
Cool, it was a video, but it'll look really cool.
I thought it was a video.
Back in 2000, Jeff Probst said it best in the first 6 seconds of the season 1 of Survivor premiere, where he was like, "This is a social experiment like never before." I mean, I never thought I'd make it to Final 3. I mean, I joke about it when I signed up for this and doing it. I'd be like, oh yeah, that'd be so awesome to do Final 3. That'd be amazing to like make that achievement. But like, you have it's such a small odds to make the Final 3 in this cast of 20. It was small odds to get cast in general. So the fact that I was able to be cast on the show, and then I was able to make it to Final 3 and feel like I actually have a pleadable case, it's phenomenal. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. It blows my mind. It's insane. I never would have thought I would be here, and it feels exhilarating. It just reinforces the thought that, like, you know what, I am confident in myself, and I should give myself more credit. A quick picker.
So when I went into it, Brandon especially was like, it will change you. I have a friend who also did it, season 2, and she's like, you're gonna be changed. Like, and I'm, oh, okay. No, you really genuinely are changed. I am playing for the Autism Society of Minnesota because I have an incredible 7-year-old at home. He is super bright, he's creative, and he's so kind, and he also has autism. He still shows up, wakes up, puts his feet on the floor, and he works 3 times harder than I have to ever work on my most challenging day. So, I am hoping to prove to my kids that you can do anything you can, and I know that sounds cliche, but your mom just slept on the ground 2 nights in a row, which is just deserves an idol on its own.
It feels incredible. It's like honestly hard to even like comprehend that I'm here after all this time and after all these rounds. It's like there's only 3 of us left. It's so weird, and I'm just like shocked that I even got this far. I think I deserve to win over everyone else because I came into this game knowing that I needed to adapt, and knowing that if there's anything I wanted to do, that even if I couldn't actually get it done, like throw it out there and try my best to like make things happen. I'm so thankful for the opportunity. I'm so thankful to meet all these awesome people and to make it this far, and like to make my friends and family proud. And I'm excited to try to win.
Welcome to the final tribal council. We'll now bring in the members of the jury. Kim, Shane, Sarah, Ellie, Alder, Nick, Maggie, Brendan, RJ, Bobby, and Derek voted out at the last tribal council. So Serena, Nicole, and Jesse, we will let each jury member address you, followed by you being able to plead your case as to why you should win the $5,000 to your charity, and then we will get to the vote. Brendan, you're up first.
All right, congrats guys. I can tell you right now, for all of us, this is a really, really tight race. We honestly have no idea who's gonna win out of you three. You two, we gotta know, like, how do you guys differentiate your game? Because, you know, every time you guys keep talking, it's how tight you guys were, how close you were. We need to know exactly like who kind of did what, and kind of know who, you know, was really the one pulling the strings. And Serena, so basically what we're all looking for out of you, I mean, they basically confirmed it at this last tribal council. You kind of authored, you know, their fate. You were kind of the one who decided everything. But we need to see more kind of confidence out of like your game, kind of what you did. It kind of seems like every time you're asked a question, you kind of explain it, but you're very like unsure of it. And even kind of when, you know, we're playing with you, you know, you were very conflicted on if you wanted to take out Bobby or Ellie, which side you wanted to do. But then almost right after that, it almost looked like you were kind of non-committal again, going with Bobby and Derek. We all here think that you did really well, but sometimes you're just not projecting it. And then otherwise, they're gonna have to take this away.
Chaos Kim, you are up next.
Hi, congratulations, you all did great. My question for you is, this is your final confessional. What do you feel most guilty about?
I think in general, the men versus women's tribe thing really got to me, and my vote for Coach K was definitely very hard because I didn't want to seem like, you know, I'm against women, because I know that, like, especially you wanted to keep all the women really strong, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't playing the game from like a social construct kind of way. I wanted to play like my game without it being altered based on like what other people's opinions might be.
I would have to say the part that I'm most guilty for in this game is without a doubt the Maggie vote. I feel awful about the Maggie vote. That happened so quick. It happened in a matter of literally not even 15 seconds, 10 seconds.
Mine is also the Maggie vote. Because it happened so quickly. Maggie is like the kindest person ever, so it was a very hard vote. At the same time, it was pivotal for our game. If we wouldn't have done that at that point, I don't think we'd be sitting here.
Thank you.
Something on that cord? Which one of you two did come up at first?
I did.
Okay.
Next up, Shane.
What jurors do you think will vote for you tonight, and what jurors do you think are definitely not voting for you tonight? We can start with Nicole.
Oh man. Sarah's up in the air. It was a weird kind of connection, and I would have stuck with Sarah, but I heard from way too many people that she was out to get me. So one that I'm not confident in, Maggie, probably, with good reason.
What jurors I think would not necessarily be on my side? I mean, I have to go with Kim. We never really interacted at all in the game. She was voted out before I was able to ever work with her, so I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer. But I would say Nick is probably a good vote for me.
I am confident that I have Maggie's vote. You're my number one as soon as we swapped, and I relied on you just to like relieve my stress basically. I'm not confident in maybe Ellie. I don't think we really connected or like got to know each other even, not even like strategy wise.
Great. That was a tricky question, and you all did great. So, thank you.
Sarah.
So first I want to say this cast is insanely amazing. Like, I am so honored to be part of this cast. It was a really fun game. That being said, you guys all know that I was all about having a really interesting game. I was so anti-boring game. I want to know what each of you did that was the most interesting thing that sets you apart. Let's start with Jesse.
Something interesting that happened with me is I had made a Final 2 deal with Ryan Lilly, and he actually ended up being switched out with that tribe swap, and I lost my #1 that I had initially, my first #1 in the game. There was a chance Ryan could come back, and he didn't, so I had to maneuver Brendan coming back into the game after blindsiding him.
Thank you.
Is it less interesting if you had a Final 2 deal with me as well?
I mean, he's a good player, but he left pretty early, so there's a good reason for it.
Let's go to Nicole.
I would say most interesting for me is that I was put in a lot of tricky positions where I was the odd person out. Steph and I going to the Pink Tribe where there was 2 against 4. Even just this last vote, somehow able to always maneuver, count on my relationships, and make it through. I mean, I just felt like kind of the odds were always against me, but I was able to rely on my relationships.
Probably one of the ones that I was most excited to pull off was the Elder and Ellie vote. Being able to, you know, make sure that Jesse thought that I was working with him so that, you know, I could be able to vote out Ellie, and hoping that Maggie and Nicole were able to swing the vote to get Elder out, knowing that both of those things were happening at the same time, even though I was only part of one of the votes. I think that's the most interesting move I've made.
Thank you. Congratulations, you guys were awesome. Thank you.
Smelly Ellie, you're up.
All right. Well, congratulations. Plus, it's super exciting to see two people from Alliance up here. But I'm going to throw you guys through a little bit of a loop with this one. I want you guys each to tell me why you think each of your opponents would be a good winner for this game.
Nicole, from my perspective, like, it seemed like she always was in a good spot, even like in any swap where I was like worried for her. It's like the next round she came back and I was like, oh my god, yes, like, and she's just like curtsying up to the place like it was no big deal. As far as Jesse, I think he has a very good knack for not getting a lot of enemies. Jesse still only got maybe like 2 votes, so I think that's like incredibly impressive to be able to like negotiate and maneuver through those relationships without like burning everybody.
I think Nicole would be a phenomenal winner. She helped other people feel that she could be loyal to them, and that energy that she gives off definitely helped spark her game, because there was a swap that she was on the odd end, and then she used her personality and she aligned with us, and she made that work for her advantage. She is just so relatable, and she has friendships with everyone on the jury. And I mean, I think Serena would be absolutely an amazing winner too. She's always had a say in the votes, and I think that that's super key and important, where she doesn't necessarily have to be pulling the strings, but she can be on the back burner and she can be running the show and making sure everyone that she's working with is doing what she's telling them to.
This is actually very easy for me. Jesse was incredibly loyal. He kept his word with me, and he is all about relationships. Like you heard him say, he doesn't even like have an enemy. So I think that makes him an amazing person to win this. Serena, also, it's kind of cool that there's 2 girls sitting here. She was able to maneuver through the game in a way that where she wasn't kind of in the spotlight, so she probably doesn't have a whole lot of enemies, and so I think that makes her a great winner.
Do you feel like you're being really truthful to the jury and projecting your case right now?
Truthful?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I'm being as honest as I can be. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We hadn't really talked, so that's just something for everybody to consider.
Sure. Can I respond to that or no?
Go ahead.
Okay. So you pulled me in as a foursome, but then I realized very quickly that I was on the out of your twosome. So for me, right when I was pulled in, absolutely, I was all on board. But I realized very quickly from other people that I was on the outs of that. And so I think that's probably why it kind of fizzled quickly. And in my perspective, it wasn't this huge relationship in the overall the 3 days.
Absolutely. Just wanted to elaborate on. Thank you.
All right, Elder, you are up next.
Winning Survivor is about telling your story. What I want to hear is, tell me the story about the move that you made that will win you this game.
Okay. A move that I made that will win me this game, you know, you and Ellie, that vote was determining who I was going to be able to work with, and I think that I made the right decision, and I stand by. I don't regret anything that I did that round.
Great. So when it was 2 tribes of 5, and it was me, Nicole, and Maggie, and then it was you and RJ, and I had to make a move here. I had to end up orchestrating your vote out, and it was hard lying to your face like that when I was saying that you were safe, and it
didn't seem that hard.
Yeah. but it truly was. It was, but I knew it was necessary for my game because I saw how many duos were left in the game, and this was going to be my only shot. So
that's so funny because that was just a complete mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, thank you.
A pivotal time for me. I have to go back to the Maggie. Our tribe was unexpectedly split. I started panicking because once again, I'm one of 2 girls with dominant men, and not knowing where those other 3 votes were going to land. And I put a lot of thought into that, but yet it was a pivotal part in my game.
Great, thanks guys.
All right, Nick.
One of the reasons I really love games is it puts people into scenarios that they wouldn't typically be able to experience in real life in such an easy and controlled environment. And with this controlled environment, you get some really cool social experiments as you get really high highs and really low lows. And some of these emotional roller coasters that you go on create a lot of uncertainty. And so I'd like to ask you about a time in this game when you felt extreme uncertainty in a decision you were about to make. Serena, you start.
Almost every round was like intensely difficult. The one that was the hardest was voting out Bobby. I didn't understand how Nicole was like approaching me about the subject, and I didn't know how Bobby would be able to perform in the final, and if I was going to be good enough to match up to either of them. It's been very stressful.
Honestly, your vote. I had no idea that you were going to be gone. I was on the revote for you. I was the only vote for Derek, and the rest were for you. So I was completely in the dark about that vote, and once again, I had to navigate out of that.
Cool.
The one moment that really stuck out to me is when the Battle of the Sexes ended and we merged. There was like no worse feeling than seeing the girls I bonded with like dispersed amongst other tribes, and then noticing that not only were we separated, I was only with one other girl in a tribe of 4 people, and not only that, we were on a tribe with someone we voted out. So I was just I thought my game was completely over after that.
All right, next up is Maggie.
So my question for you guys is, which clash was the most difficult for you and why?
I'll say that the clash of safety, not knowing that at that moment our game was turning to you. So that one kind of threw me for a loop.
The one that stuck out the most for me is probably the clash of ages, just because I'm 29 years old and I was put on the older person tribe, and there was a wild card there with Jenny because I had never worked with her before. So there was some time though where I was like, I think that I might be the vote. There was a vote cast against me for that tribal, and I was very unsure of my safety and position in the game because of that tribe swap at the clash of ages. I thought I was going to be a goner.
I would say the first clash of sexes was difficult because just to know that like I didn't even have an opportunity to like meet or work with like a whole group of people just because of their gender, that was like kind of a bummer. Obviously I was like excited to have my tribe of women, but it was a bummer knowing that I was going to miss all those opportunities in the beginning.
Thanks guys, congrats.
Bobby's up next.
I have one question for you. Just so you know, this determines my vote. Jesse, which one of you 2 are calling the shots?
I was.
Great, congratulations.
Next up, Derek.
Hi guys. You guys have answered a lot of questions, so I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm just gonna congratulate you guys for making it this far. You're all awesome. I love you. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
RJ finish us out.
A big hearty congratulations to all of you. Amazing job, well deserved. Brandon promised that there wouldn't be any more clashes during this event, but the jury decided to throw a clash at you. We're going to give you an opportunity to ask one of the colleagues on stage a burning question, something you want to know about them that might help solidify your vote with us. So,
I'll start. Serena, why was I told that the Nick vote out? Why was I told to vote Bobby by you and Maggie, and then you guys had all voted for Derek to begin with on the first try?
I mean, I assumed that you and Nick were aligned, and you know, anything to get any probability of an idle play, you know.
Fair.
Thank you. I think my question is also for Serena. I'm curious to know if you felt like you had consistent ongoing relationships, or if you felt that you skipped around.
I felt like I had consistent relationships. I felt like on the women's tribe, like I really did trust you and Sarah and Kim. I don't know, something crumbled there. From there on out, Maggie in the swaps, I mean, I was with her always, and I knew I could rely on her, and I would have never flipped on her. I guess my question is for Nicole. Were you and Sarah going to vote for me in the round before the initial swap? Because I had heard that everybody, you and Sarah specifically, thought I was wishy-washy or flip-flop back and forth, and I heard that you two were planning on putting votes on me.
Actually, that was the one where everyone was focused on Coach K. Yep.
Okay, so there was never.
And then we swapped, and then I was shocked that actually that Coach K got voted off, because I thought she would be safe since we merged. So no, it wasn't you.
Congratulations again to all of you. That's all of our questions. Thank you.
Thank you for your interrogation of the final three.
All right, so you guys will address the jury for the last time, plead your case. Jesse, and you're up first.
You know, honestly, I think Jeff Probst said it best in the first 10 seconds of episode 1 of Borneo. This game is a social experiment, and I knew going into this game I had to build relationships with people, because I'm not necessarily the smartest, I'm not necessarily the strongest, I'm not necessarily the fastest, but I know that I can build relationships with people. I wanted to be approachable. I saw a lot of big dogs having a lot of big plans, and all of you guys were coming to me to include me. And that's exactly what I wanted, because I didn't want to be perceived as a threat in the beginning. I got to merge, I saw so many duos. I saw Elder and RJ, Serena and Maggie, Bobby and Derek. I knew about Nick and Ellie being close. There were so many duos. I had Nicole to break up each and every duo. So all that being said, I'm sitting here and I'm pretty confident in my game and how I played and how it turned out. So thank you.
Nicole?
As I sit here and reflect on the season, I've been hearing a lot about relationships and personality and just being able to relate with you all. That's because of you. It's not because of me. You made me feel comfortable, and I really enjoyed building those relationships with you guys. I did feel, with the exception of Maggie, and I'll just call that out, with the exception of Maggie, I felt like I was loyal with everyone that I was aligned with, and if I couldn't do the vote that they were doing, I was honest with them. I told Sarah I couldn't vote with her. I gave RJ my word on something. I didn't go back on it. Derek, I tried to be as honest as I could. So I tried my hardest to play an honest game, while also knowing that in the context of Survivor, you just can't always be completely 100% transparent. So I am confident in my game. I came here and played an awesome game. I would love to see a female survivor win, and I appreciate getting to know all of you and the relationships that we had. So I want you to know that as well.
All right, Serena, finish it out.
My best ability in the game was to adapt. A lot of you needed me to make a decision, and I was always thinking about how much farther I could get than, you know, everyone, all of you. I may come off as like wishy-washy, or that I just couldn't make up my mind, which I mean, I did make up my mind every time, eventually. You know, I think that I played the best social game. I think I played the best strategic game. Came out with 2 individual immunities, which I think shows like my strength as well, and I'm leaving with only 1 vote to evict, and I'm hoping that I've convinced you all to give me your votes to cast me as your winner. Thank you so much.
All right, jury final 3. I can say from the past 4 seasons, this was the most lively and the most well-rounded final 3 and final tribal we've ever had. We'll get to it. Just a reminder, $5,000 for the first place winner. Second place will be receiving $2,000 and third place will be receiving $1,000.
Jury, just a reminder, you are casting your vote for a winner.
So with that in mind,
Kim, you're up first.
I'm so happy to be able to put your name down tonight. You crushed Final Tribal. I'm so proud of you, and I really hope you win.
Nicole, she's just kind of more of a goat, and Serena, her gaming strategies and everything just didn't seem super clear to me, so I feel like Jesse was the most strategic in the way that he played. You killed it. Good job.
This is a really, really, really hard decision. All 3 of them deserve it.
You told the best story, you played the best game, you played the most challenging game. In my opinion, you played the best out of everyone. You deserve to be sole survivor.
for the last time, I will tally the votes. I will tally the votes. First vote, Nicole, Serena, Jesse, that's 1 vote Nicole, 1 vote Serena, 1 vote Jesse. Nicole, Serena, that's 2 votes Nicole, 2 votes Serena, 1 vote Jesse. Jesse, we're tied 3 ways. 2 votes Jesse, 2 votes Nicole, 2 votes Serena. Queen Serena, that's 3 votes Serena. Jesse, that's 3 votes Serena, 3 votes Jesse, 2 votes Nicole. Nicole, we're tied. 3 votes Nicole, 3 votes Jesse, 3 votes Serena, 2 votes left. Jesse, that's 4 votes Jesse, 3 votes Nicole, 3 votes Serena, 1 vote left. Nicole, we have a tie. So, how this will work, Nicole and Jesse, you both have 4 votes. Serena, you had 3, which makes you the automatic 12th member of the jury. So, what you will be doing is you will be going back there to cast your vote for either Jesse or Nicole as the winner of Live to Give Corcoran Clash. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Come on, grab the urn, Serena.
been an honor to play with you both.
For the last time, I'll tally the vote. All right, so before I read this vote, I have a couple things I want to say. This happens every year, so I'm sorry. I'm super grateful to every single person that's made this event happen. Specifically my team, Alex, Sean, Janicki, Claire, Catherine, Rob, my mom, my dad, the Lions, everyone. There's so many people, and if I'm forgetting your name, I'm sorry. I'm just like overwhelmed. This is like a full year thing. We started casting in September, we get our cast in December, we fundraise for 8 months, then we come and play this awesome game that we all love. And it's such a unique way to give back to so many charities through a fun experience. So, I'm just super grateful. The sponsors, again, the Lions Club who hosts us with me every year, and then especially the cast. You guys completely blew us all out of the water. We had no idea what was going on half the time. We captured a lot of great moments about your charities and about this game that we all love. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm super grateful for every single person in this entire room, the viewers for coming. Stacy was here like 90 hours a week. So yeah, I'm just super grateful for my whole team. William, Jorge, Lance, everyone that came out to help this weekend. So I'm gonna stop and I'm just grateful. So for the last time, I will read the final votes. This is a vote for the winner of Live to Give Corcoran Clash and the $5,000 prize to your charity. The winner of Live to Give Corcoran Clash, Nicole. On behalf of the Rogers Lions Club, here is your check to the Autism Society of Minnesota for $7,740.
Nicole, you were always my #1 from the start, so.
When it came down to it, I thought Nicole authentically battled through more trials and tribulations.
You killed it. Good job.
Nicole, I appreciate how genuine and honest you were with me. I think you played a great game. Hope you win.
This is an easy vote. I've been with you, Nicole, since the beginning. I mean, a lot of Jesse's, game, I mean, he's played amazing too, but I wasn't even a part of it for a long time. And it's been an honor to play with you both, but I'm very, very happy to vote for Nicole to win.
Good game.
I'm voting for Jesse, honestly, because he had the most concise plan, very direct when he explained it too. He was trying to get rid of all the duos so that he could get his duo to the very end.
This one became pretty clear cut, so congrats, man.
I gotta go with Jesse. He and I did so many more moves together than any of the other two. Ultimately, I gotta give one to Jesse. Cheers, mate.
Very happy to cast this vote.
I obviously came into tonight hoping that I could put your name down. You've been my ride or die the whole time.
You played an incredibly thoughtful game. Every single move you made was for yourself. You didn't rely on other relationships and navigated your way personally throughout this entire game. Great job.
Thank you, Liz, to give. Great job, Mom.